Hey guys, it's Tony here with episode 194. Where are we at? I can't get my fingers to work right. 194, a huge stack. How are you guys doing? Stack of comic books from our local antique mall. Nikki, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Holy crap. If you did not know, we've got a booth at Stokesdale Marketplace. It is an antique mall out there in Stokesdale, just off of 220. It's about 25 minutes outside of Greensboro. We peruse that. It is a huge antique mall, and they've got 4 booths that carry comic books. They've got, where they go? They got booth 72, a lot of older books, and then 44 and 34, more modern stuff. And then you got to come by booth 47. I got the whole shebang, old to new. But we support all the booths in our antique mall. We peruse and shop. We don't buy them all. Don't get me wrong. We do shop, but we don't buy everything. Otherwise, we wouldn't make any money. Hope you guys are doing well. How about those Panthers? Holy crap, 3-3. It is funny because by the time I post a video about the Panthers doing well, then they get their butts handed to them and they lose the very next week. So the timing of our videos don't coincide with the wins. So, Panthers, damn you, Dallas. Yes, way to go, Panthers. All right, cool. That's it. Nick, you ready to get into this? Yeah, it's awesome. So we were able to, every week, beginning of the week, like on a Tuesday, sometimes on a Thursday if we're busy, we'll go and restock our shelves. We'll take the most recent new books or some stuff that we've processed and go put up on the shelves. We'll take most recent top 10s and put them up on the shelves. So if you see stuff on our shelves on a weekly basis, that is stuff that we have processed and we take out there. And our back stock of our top 10s will actually be at our booth. So we have got people that reach out and contact us through the channel, that go to the booth, that see our videos and go shopping. Say hi to us, talk to us, tell us where you heard of us or what episode you've seen that brought you out there. And if there's stuff that you're looking for, just talking to the camera, it's a recording. It'll get to me. It's like a doorbell. You can hit it and talk to me or just talk to it. It's awesome. But before we get into this, I do have to do a huge shout out. Where'd it go? Right here. So we were picked up Spider-Man. It is the Anti-Venom. This is the Magic the Gathering crossover with the promo Anti-Venom card. This Venom card itself is going for about $20, $25. That's awesome. This retails, holy crap, listen to this, $38 to $42. Aftermarket, this one goes between $55 and $65. You can find Mary Jane, you can find Man-Wolf, you can find Anti-Venom, and then, of course, you got Spider-Man. So this set is real popular right now. High prices, they're starting to come down to a more affordable. So if you are trying to collect a set, I would recommend buying singles. Don't go invest in boxes. The value to ratio of pulls are not very high for this set, which breaks my heart. That is Magic the Gathering putting cards into the set that people would use out in the real world. But if you're a Marvel person like I am, I don't want you to get raked over the coals buying boxes of cards. Go get the cards that you like at your card shop, and you will save money by buying the cards individually rather than out of packs. Here, I got off my soapbox. There we go. So evidently that was why I was so short, as I was standing on my soapbox, and then I got off my shut up, Nikki. Anyways, beautiful box. We're gonna process that and get that out to our booth. But we're gonna get into this week's pickups. This week we had a bunch of random stuff. So when we go from one booth to another booth, we always look to see what's cool. And if you did not know, Impossible Man was a variant cover there for a while. And it's a beautiful George Perez cover. So ever since the passing of George Perez, they will sneak various drawings of his to do variant covers for George Perez. And we always love George Perez's artwork, so we will pick that up. And then it crossed over with Impossible Man. Couldn't beat it up. Beat it up? Is that the right word? Couldn't beat it. Jeez Louise. Fantastic Four. This is the 97 variant, issue number 17. That's Ron Lim. That's gorgeous. And then I made the comment that Nick and I went antiquing this weekend. Nick informed me that that is the wrong term, even though it is for me. It is not for him. So we went antique perusing, I guess you would say. But sorry, he explained to me what that term was. So if I offended anybody, I apologize. So this is Marvel Superhero Secret Wars Battle World. I just showed you most recent pickups of Battle World. This happens between two panels. So this is a mini series that was a story that kind of told you things about how the symbiote suit came back in issue 8. So the old story, they found a gap between two panels in the comic book is where the story appears. So I did not know that. Wanted to share that with you. G.I. Joe came back with issue 301. It's called the first issue, 301st issue, G.I. Joe. That series is continuing. That is not a crossover. This is the purest form of G.I. Joe. Love that series. I picked up Adam Kubert cover. I like that one. And then Supergirl Special number 1. That's a new outfit. Supergirl's hot right now. I know her movie's coming out soon. I just wanted to read some Supergirl stuff, get a feel of what's going on. Now this, to me, it looked a little bit like Frank Miller, Elektra. Maybe a little tribute, but Panosian, I think is his name. I can't read without my glasses. But beautiful issue number 100 of Elektra. That obviously is the legacy number. Give me something to read later. Avengers number 1 variant. Scott Campbell. Look, and that J is not for Jason. Nick keeps telling me it's Jeffrey. So I will say it, and then I just repeat it again. So my apologies. But after Bob Layton from that Ant-Man miniseries. But that's a gorgeous Jeffrey Scott Campbell. Terry Dodson. I missed this one. Red Skull Must Die number 1. I have 2, 3, 4. Now I have a number 1. So I picked that one up. Now there's some Frank Miller. Loki number 1 variant. Gorgeous. Love Frank Miller's artwork. Now Nikki was telling me to grab this because he thought this miniseries had value. American Psycho issue 3 from Sumerian, issue number 2, and issue number 1. And yes, that is the man from the movie American Psycho. But we'll do a top 10. We'll pull out the top 10 books of this huge haul, and we'll do a top 10 for you in the future. Spider-Geddon, awesome miniseries. This crossed over into Peter Parker Spectacular Man. Spectacular Man. I'm tired, Nikki. Spectacular Spider-Man, issue 313. And that is the legacy numbering system. That was going on when this came out. I think that was like 3 years ago. But this is Spider-Geddon crossover Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man issue 312 and 311. That has a feel of like a little bit of, what is that? Philip Tan? I think that's who that is. But a gorgeous looking cover. And then Future Foundation, right? That's the kids. Valerie, Franklin, Dragon Man. Don't know the other kids in here. But this was a 5-part, I think it was a 5-part miniseries. And I could have swore I saw the maker. Is that the maker from 1610 universe? I don't know. I don't remember this story. They captured Molecule Man. If you guys know anything, tell me down in the comments. Where the hell is this fit in continuity? Give me something to read. Look at that. And then obviously 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 countdown. And then we picked this up. I do have a couple copies of 1 and 2 here that I purchased on my own. But I think we got 5, 4, the old Universal Monster crossover, Kaiju, robots fighting monsters, Werewolf. Love that one. And then tribute to The Bride. Have you seen the preview for the new Bride movie? I know that looks freaking awesome. We will definitely go see that. And then, what is this one? Look at all the variants of Dracula. And yes, I can see Count Dracula, the Count. One. And then you've got, there's some really good ones. There's a serial Count Dracula. Count Chocula, sorry. And then the two premium books that we got. Holy crap. Who are these guys? Wanted, number 4, December. Nice looking book. Beautiful 20-cent cover. Isn't that Solomon Grundy, a Superman villain? Well, it says right there, duh. My apologies. I was like, wow, look who that is. Is that who that is? It says it right there. And then Batlash. I thought this was always a play on words because he was a good-looking cowboy and the women would bat their lashes at him. But this is Batlash number 4, May 4th issue. So that's a Star Wars reference. Sorry about that. Playing words that I can't make my mind play around them. But thanks for tuning in for this week's On the Hunt. Huge stack of local comics that we picked up in an antique mall. Check us out, booth 47. Contact Nikki if any of this stuff that you're interested in. We'll either do one top 10 or maybe 2 top 10s from these books in a future video. But just contact us at any time through all our channels. And then hit the like, hit subscribe if you enjoy watching our exploits, perusing comic book stores, information about Behind the Hunt podcasts, our top 10s, and our On the Hunt videos. Just want to say thank you for supporting the channel. Go Panthers. My blood runs blue. Guys, take care. We'll see you on the next episode of On the Hunt.